Alright, so it's the next day. I clean it off a little bit and see what we see a little closer in here. I don't know if you guys can see that down in there, but that is really crusty down in there. Let's see, get some light. Not sure about that. Let's see here. This is really dry. And that's hung up. Ooh. Yeah. There's something alive in there, I think. Let's see. Hoping it doesn't jump out at me. A black widow spider bite me. Oh, yeah, it's hung up on something. Let's go. Come on. What is that? Never had that happen before. That's crazy. I know I'm dying to see what's in there. Are you? Let's see if we can just peek in. I don't know. It's got some gross stuff in there. Ah, there it goes. That does not look like it's been an oil change in quite a while. Kind of afraid to stick my fingers in there. I don't know what's going to happen. Something's going to jump out and get me. Yeah, I'm going to use a screwdriver, so I'm going to be right back. All right, let's see what we got. You see in there? There's some white down there. I'm betting. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Where'd it go? I lost it. This isn't good. Oh, there he is. I'm gonna get him. Okay, I got most of that crap out of there, but I know you can't see it in there, but when I look through it and I see light on the other side, there's at least one more of them spiders running around in there. So I'm gonna call it right here, and we're gonna catch get the hose out on this air hose and blow that crap out of there a little bit more. So maybe this is a good time to try and see if we can turn this motor over. I got an old distributor here, came with another motor, so I'm gonna pop that in and we'll see if we can get this thing to turn over, if it's locked up or what kind of condition it's in. Alright, so I got that crusty old exhaust out of the way so that we can kind of get in here a little bit easier. And let's see if we can get this thing to turn over. I went ahead and pulled all the plugs out. I did go ahead and spray some WD-40 down in all the spark plug holes. I didn't have any transmission fluid. Let that set for a few hours. Haven't tried to turn it yet. I do know that, remember, we still have this one side over here has a valve adjuster missing. So I don't want to be turning this too hard, too fast. If it's binding at all, I'm going to stop. I just wanted to see if we can get this thing to turn over. So we're going to do it together. We'll see what happens here. If this motor is locked, turns, what you think? Locked? Maybe? Let's find out. Alright, well, let's get another try another way. Alright, go back one more time. Rock it a little bit maybe. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a little binding. Don't want it to, it could be a valve binding in there. Don't want it to bend anything. That's about as far as I can go. So, I think what we'll do is take off the valve covers and get in here and maybe do a little tapping on the valves itself, see if we can get them to slide, and that might be what's causing that to bind. Alright, let's get this valve cover off. What I'm thinking is, that's looking a little bit crusty in there. There's been some moisture in here. I don't see a lot of rust from constant wetness down in here, but this corroded area here, I mean, that could just be from atmosphere. But I don't see a lot of rust down inside in the ports there. But this could just be humidity being sucked in. I mean, this is down in Georgia where I got this, and it stays humid pretty much 13 out of 12 months a year out here. So we'll just give this a little bit of love tap and see if we can get this to free up any of these valves if that's an issue. These all working? Yeah, nothing's frozen up. That's a good sign. And give this just a slight tap here and see where we are with that. And that's bouncing back. That seems to be bouncing. Yeah, got some rhythm, right? That one's a little stiffer, maybe. Well, what you can't see is that when you tap it, when you first hit it, it's pretty solid and it doesn't rebound. So I can feel like it's moving a little bit when the hammer wants to ricochet back out. So I feel like that's moving a little bit now. So we'll turn the motor and do the other side. All right, let's do side with number 3 and 4. That's the side didn't look as bad. Remember, we're missing the adjuster right there. So I know some people are probably arguing with me that you could just tap these right here and do the same thing, and maybe you can. I mean, I know you can, but kind of just want to get this all out of the way, and let's just see if we can get the crank turning first. That way we take all this valve train out of the picture to see what's moving and what's not moving, if that's the case. All right, let's see. This side actually looks pretty good. You know, oily, but I mean, it's not corroded. I don't see the moisture issue that it looked like on the other side that might have had some exposure to some water maybe at one point. This side looks pretty good. Let's see. These are all moving. Those all move? Okay, that's good. All right. Those are free. Little tappy tappy. It started out kind of stiff. Hear it? What kind of changes? Listen, see if you hear that on this one. It'll be a harder thud. And it's rebounding. Well, they're all moving a little bit now, so let's see what we got. All right, we got the valves a little bit free. We'll see how this makes any difference. Nope. So what I think now is I'm just getting connecting rod play back and forth where it's moving up into the piston, but the crank moves around a little bit like this. Crank's moving around a little bit, causing it to, we got a stuck piston somewhere. That's what I'm betting. So we'll just kind of let it soak a little bit longer. Yeah, let's see. Trying not to jam it too hard, but if we get any play out of it, it'll move one or the other. I don't think that I'm getting any movement out of any of the pistons of any appreciable value. But let's try something. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Okay. So let's put this soft pen. I know people are freaking out. I'm gonna put a screwdriver down there. We'll see if moving the piston will move this pen at all. Are we getting any range of motion out of this thing? Or is it just stuck? You see the pen? Let's see. Right there. All right. Oh, look at that. Okay. Got one moving. Or actually, number two. Let's try. That's moving. Okay. All right. Hope I don't make it throw up. Don't get dizzy. Let's try number 3 and number 4. Let's see which one might be stuck. Now, just because they move a little doesn't mean that they're not binding on a rust ring or something in there. All right, we're moving a little bit there. All right. 4. No. Okay, well, they're all moving a little bit. Well, that's a good sign. So let me just sit and work with it a little bit. Let it soak a little more. Maybe that'll kind of loosen some stuff. I'll shoot some more stuff down into the spark plug holes. All right, I waited a little longer. I sprayed a little more WD-40 down in the spark plug holes. Let's see if this does anything. A little more love to it, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I just need to get a little more aggressive, but I don't want to bend anything. I don't want to push too hard, but it's moving a little bit. Getting a little bit more movement. There we go. Another couple inches that way. I can't tell if I hear any crunchy or grinding in there, but it's turning a little bit. Yeah. I think we got rust rings in there is what's happening now. We're getting more though if I keep doing this. Let's see. That's a good solid stop though right there. Right? They're all screaming at me, don't do it, don't do it. Oh, look at that. Got past something. Maybe 360 here, what, all the way around? I'm not hitting it too hard. Hoping whatever's in there, maybe some acorns or some crap down in there, you know? So let me look down inside these cylinders with a light. Maybe I'll see something that's getting stuck at the top of a piston now. Hopefully I won't have to take these heads off to figure all that out. Hang with me. All right, I messed with it a little bit more. Added more WD-40 down the cylinders. Tipped it back and forth a little bit. And going around now. It's still got a little bit of a hitch to it, but at least it's free. So that's a good sign. A little bit of a drag right there. That could be yeah, it's getting better. I feel like there's definitely, almost certainly rust rings where the pistons were sitting inside these cylinders, you know, where the rings are set. So I'm betting those rings are probably frozen to those pistons. We probably won't get any compression out of this thing at all. But, you know what? It's fun. Playing Volkswagen motor. Who can't love this, right? Look at that. It's going all the way around now. It's getting a lot easier. That's good. So, I think what I'll do Just put these valves back in and run it through with the valves on it. I know we're still missing the one on the number 3 side of the adjuster, but we'll put the valves back in and run it through and see if the valve train operates for what valves we have left in the train, and see if there's any binding going on there. And then after that, maybe we could throw a starter on it and see if it'll spin and if it'll generate any compression whatsoever. I'm not hopeful just because of how sticky these were. I'm betting those rings are probably frozen to the side of the piston. So the best thing there is either let them soak a little longer or just bite the bullet, take this apart and see if we can see what we see inside there. Might be interesting anyway. All right, I got the valves all back together, and I'm just going to turn the motor and see if we get any movement here in this valve train, or if we got any extra binding that we have to solve. Let's see if we got anything. Oh, a little bit. All right. All right. Okay. No, that's not good. Yeah, it's not going to do us any good, but it is moving. All right. Good to know. I don't feel anything extra binding in there. Well, let's switch this motor around and try this other side. Let's see. Try the same thing. Don't feel anything binding. Let's just see if we got any kind of issues on this side. Alright. Okay. Let's do it. Sorry about that. I know that hurts your ears, it hurts mine. Okay. Well, so the motor's turning freely all the way through now. I'm not feeling any major resistance, other than when it's pushing down a valve. I can feel that now, where I couldn't feel that before. So what we'll do next is I got to scrounge a adjuster, but this one I don't have any others here. I don't think. I got to go find a buddy of mine who's got a pile of crap that I can steal from, and we'll put that in and maybe adjust these valves up and see where we are there, and then try a compression test. I think we'll do that on another video. This one's getting kind of long, so we'll do the valve adjustment and the compression test next time. So, all right, guys, thanks for hanging with me. I'll talk to you later.